picked my username first user. Just, yeah, just to give a look, just have a look at the game, right? But you wouldn't believe what the game spun me for my random.
What?
This is actually, well, it's actually my second character, but I just got in here to fiddle with the settings. So first user, a chaotic orcish wizard, which I think is awesome.
Right. Are we recording now?
Yeah, let's record. Hello, everybody. So you want to play Nethack? It's going to be on Steam soon.
But it's just called Vulture Spa.
I think it's called Vulture for Nethack, or just Vulture.
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 Okay, hey guys, it's Namurian/MVC here playing Nethack. We got the beta download for Vulture for Nethack or Vulture or Nethack. Available on Steam, coming soon, hopefully. We're helping test this out. This is our first look at it. We've, of course, played Slash'em and Nethack. Slash has actually beat Nethack, hence his name, Slash'em, VC. So, this is Slash's very first character. And you're a what?
A orcish wizard.
That does not sound like a good combo.
Oh, well, you know, the orcish part might not be great, but it gave him my guaranteed chaotic alignment, which I like.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought it's better to be an elfish wizard. Don't you get higher intelligence that way?
Yeah, it probably is. It probably is.
Your intelligence is crap.
I noticed that when you launch the game, that auto pickup is on. I want to say, first of all, if that remains on, you're going to want to double check this before you start playing. In my opinion, you don't want auto pickup turned on. Right here is auto pickup. Yeah, auto pickup is going to default to true. I'm going to click that, and that should set auto pickup to be false. So there's two configuration pieces here. One is the gear, which is where you can find auto pickup and a bunch of other options. And then the wrench is another one, which affects your music, effects, and your full screen mode on/off. Those are about the only things I think I would mess with in either one of those menus, though. I have the music turned off right now, but it's really good music.
Yeah. I like the music. Yeah, so this game you can use your mouse a lot, which is how I like to play it. I use my mouse only. I rarely ever touch the keyboard. But you can also use the keyboard. There's several hotkeys to do everything that you want to do. So you don't have to just rely on your mouse. But it's really good with, it's smooth, I think.
Yeah, the best part about playing Nethack with a mouse, I love this interface for the highlight ability, first of all. What's that over there? It's a grave. It's a nice feature to have. The original Nethack interface didn't have that ability. I play with the keyboard, and you don't have to use.
You're old.
You don't have to use WASD. I'm just using the number pad to move around, and I like being in control of my moves, one move at a time, diagonal moves,
Yeah.
Whereas if I go, and I know this is the part you like about the interface, is if you go over here. Oh, now see that, and that gets to me right there. I want to click to move all the way over here, but of course my pet got in the way, so then it stops you. So you just click your pet to get him out of the way, and then you can make.
The cat sounds so much like a cat that I thought that was our cat. I was about to go, Tyrion, what the heck?
And you got to keep an eye on your status window at the top. The goblin hits. There'll be a bunch of messages up there all the time, and if something happens and you kind of wonder what took place, you can look at your message window to find out.
Yeah, unless you forget you've got a message window, which I do often, and then you just die, and then that message window is a handy way for you to see what happened. How did I die? You can also click on the feather in the bottom right hand of the screen, and it will give you your messages there. So that's also a good way to do that. If you click on your bag, so just starting out here, if you click on your bag icon, that'll show you everything that you're currently carrying that you know of, and you know whether or not you've identified it or not. So we've got a quarterstaff, a cloak, a scroll of identify, confused monster. My cat's gonna break something. Um, spellbook of force bolt, haste self, potions. Jocelyn. Oh,
Hey, excuse me.
potions of speed, some water, sleeping potion, teleport control. Ooh, you've got a ring of teleport and teleport control. Were you aware of that?
No, I didn't look. And a wand of lightning.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
This is why you generally want to look at your starting equipment as soon as you start, because that is like the luckiest loadout I've ever seen.
Well, it can be luckier, but that's pretty
Then
good.
teleport control and teleportation.
And 2 scrolls of identify.
Holy moly! And every character in class starts with different items. You start with randomly generated item, because this is, what is it called?
Well, they said, you know what all the cool kids now call it? Procedurally generated.
Procedurally generated.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't
Dungeon crawl.
They don't use the R word anymore. Random. Yeah, and they call it a roguelike.
Yeah.
And it's the it's the only true roguelike.
Ah.
In my humble opinion. See, the word roguelike gets thrown around a lot these days.
What does that mean?
It's like the game Rogue. So yeah, a little history on the game. Let's see. This is before my time, even, if you can believe that. In the beginning, there was Rogue.
When there were dinosaurs.
When there were dinosaurs.
Was Rogue a game?
Yeah, Rogue was a game. It was Nethack's great granddaddy. First there was Rogue, then there was Hack, I think, and then Nethack. I might be missing one in the generations. And then Nethack started to be, itself. Rogue, the original roguelike was Rogue.
Okay.
Okay, well, going down the list, so we got, there's your inventory, here's your map. It's handy to have. You can move around on the map using the mouse. It's not the best idea tactically, but I use the map a lot when I'm playing special level Sokoban. Here's your spell casting, and extended commands. This is nice to have in the interface too, because there are keyboard shortcuts for all this stuff, but if you can't remember the keyboard shortcut for some of these extended commands, you can find them here.
Yeah, I never can remember keyboard shortcuts. And then the next one is everything you've identified.
A list of identified items. Since every item is generated unidentified, like this scroll of identify here, I started with it, so I know it's a scroll of identify. If I had discovered it in the world, it would have been called Dying Fools. And I wouldn't have known that it was identify until I read it or identified it. So same with the confused monster scroll. They start with random names, and you have to figure out what they actually are. Same would be actually with the wand, because if I found that in the world, it just would have been called a long wand, and I wouldn't have known that it was lightning. How much money am I carrying? Let's see. Check wallet, drop gold, and throw gold. You're going to rarely throw gold, but there's a button for it.
Why would you throw gold?
I think you can throw gold into a fountain, perhaps.
Oh, I've never thrown gold.
I never have either.
I didn't know that was an option, actually. What's the eyeball?
The eyeball is, what is this dungeon feature, I think. So if I take it, it gives me a little question mark. Look at the box. What do we get? It says up here a message, that is a useful item, pickaxe, key, lamp, whatever, large box. This is from the ASCII days, when boxes were represented by left parentheses.
Oh.
So that's giving you that archaic tip that used to be that, and then you can get more info on it by clicking here.
That's a lot of info.
And yeah, pretty much all the info that you're going to get from the game will be quotes from stuff. It's really actually a lot of fun to explore the dungeon this way. This is a quote from the Count of Monte Cristo, and it has something to do with a box, I'm guessing. I'm not going to read the whole thing. But if you are interested, look at the Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas.
Dumbass. Gotcha.
If I was to highlight gold and get more info, I'm going to get Webster's New International Dictionary definition of gold.
Cool. And then, of course, the feather we know, and gears, and da-da-da, and the question mark. What is the question? Are you done?
Well, I want to mention, I'm not sure how to cancel.
Hit escape.
Does escape do it? Oh, sweet. Okay. So the feather messages.
Yep.
The gears and the wrench for your configuration.
Right.
And help with the game.
Yeah, that's handy.
When you get this game on Steam, you're going to be able to pull up a game manual. It's really nice. It's got pictures.
You might also look at WikiHack.
WikiHack, that's a good one.
Which is my Bible. I had a career where I was in the office a lot, and it was very boring, and yeah, you know, you sit in a cubicle and you answer the phone and you're bored to death, so between calls, you know, I read the entire Nethack, WikiHack. This is what, 5 years ago?
Yeah, I mean that's a big amount of reading. That was 5 years ago. Wow, time flies, doesn't it? There's a couple of keys that you'll probably use pretty often. One of them is the S key for search. Oh, wait a minute. We got an emergency situation here for our wizard. Oh, you know what? I forgot to look what kind of spells I can cast. Force bolt. That's your default wizard spell.
Oh yeah, you can.
It's okay. Yeah, there's a level to the spell. There's a category to all spells, and if you start with a certain category of spell, then it's going to be a lot easier to cast spells of that type in the future. And this is your fail chance, not your success chance. So I can cast Force Bolt with no fail, and I'm too low level to cast my Haste Self right now. But Force Bolt, that's a good all-around starting spell. I should be able to hit both of these. Now I hit Shift Z when I want to cast a spell. What do you use the interface on the front?
Yeah.
That's what, this one?
Yeah.
Oh really?
No, you hit the pretty flickery light looking
thing.
thing.
The flickery light, right. See, I never use these.
Yeah, flickery light, and
there
then
you go.
Force
And
Bolt.
then I can highlight Force Bolt.
And then it'll ask you what direction.
Like
and
that.
then you say forward. And then you just click on it.
This way.
Well, I use my mouse, but...
Oh, you use your mouse?
To click on it.
I use the keyboard again. If you do want to use the keyboard, it's Shift Z to cast spells. And I'm wondering, there must be a list of the keys too in one of these.
Yeah, there was.
But you don't need the keyboard. You can use the mouse exclusively. Yeah. Auto pickup is turned off. Okay, one of the things that I do often is look at the floor under my feet. I do that with the keyboard. Is there a way to do that with the mouse?
Not that I know.
Okay, and that key is semicolon. And that will look directly under your feet, and it's telling me in the messages there's 2 jackal corpses under my feet.
That's Shift colon.
Shift colon.
Right.
Right. But that sounds weird. I'd rather call it a semicolon.
Yeah, but when you say semicolon, people are just going to hit the semicolon key. That's what I do. You're like, semicolon. And then I just hit the semicolon key, and I'm like, it's not doing anything. You're like, that's Shift colon. Yeah, so...
You know, I can't help it if you don't know what a semicolon is.
Well, I know what a semicolon is, but it's one key. It's like if you say hit the, exclamation point. I'm going to hit the 1, because that's where the exclamation point is.
I've got another shortcut for you though. I often hit the comma key to represent that I want to eat something off the floor. I know you don't eat off the floor very often. Yeah, you're a vegan, right? In the game.
In the game, I'm a vegan.
Big meat eater in real life, vegan in Nethack.
Yes.
That's.
Because I play a monk.
Right, always a monk.
Right.
All right, so. You never eat off the floor?
I never eat off the floor.
Alright guys, well there might be a way to use the keyboard to eat off the floor, but what I'm going to do is hit the E key for eat, and it's going to say there's a jackal corpse here. Do you want to eat it? Oh, what? Wait a minute.
Did you not
I
want
didn't
it?
have to hit the comma key that time? Hey, look at that.
Yeah. That's what I do.
It might be if
I
there's...
right click and say eat.
It might... Oh, you can right click?
Yeah. Or I click on my bag. I pick it up and then I click on my bag and I
Oh,
say
okay. So if I
eat.
right click myself, I get fire, engrave, look around.
And you gotta right click
I'll
the
bet the look
keyboard.
around. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so where I'm saying you can hit semicolon, if you right click yourself, you can do look around and that will show the floor. Engrave, I use that a lot. You don't want to fire it yourself.
Sure you do.
So maybe you'd want to click over here if
You
you're
might
going to use
want to
the
fire
fire key.
yourself. What if you have a speed
Um,
wand or a health wand or
I don't think I have a monster ability as an orc. Yeah, it says you don't have any special ability in your normal form. If I right click myself, oh, you can pray that way. You can rest or search that way. You can sit that way on a throne, a sink, a altar, whatever.
you can sit on an
Wipe your
altar.
face. Oh, you can pick up things. You don't have... Oh, I was going to say, that's what it was. Picking items up off the floor. I always use the comma key. But you could also do it by right-clicking yourself and selecting pick up. And then there's a what's this? Oh, which also does what the eye does. A human or elf. See the @ sign there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Twitter stole that.
Whatever, Twitter.
From Nethack, yeah. Representing yourself. This is an orcish wizard called first user. Nice. More info on me. What's that say? A quote from Dealing with Demons. Ooh, looks interesting. Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to use the comma key and pick up the jackal corpse, because I'm old-fashioned. Let's see.
All the cool kids are using their mouse.
All the cool kids are using their mouse. I don't know about that. I know all the kids are using their mouse.
Uh-huh. Well, but as far as tutorials go, I mean, that's pretty much how you're going to play the game. That's how you're going to start. Every level's going to be different for you, and there's different special levels to go on, and
50 dungeon levels down. Oh, now here's another case I want to talk about real quick. Two more things. Here's the staircase down. Oh, and by the way, when you first start the game, don't take the staircase up.
yeah, you will die.
That's game over right there.
Well, you won't die.
You don't
You'll
die.
live.
You
You'll
live.
live.
You live. If you go on with the game, you'll eventually die. But yeah, you can climb out. Don't be a coward. Don't take the staircase up.
Unless your character's crap, then take the staircase.
But when you get to the staircase down, okay, so you can just highlight yourself on the staircase and left click to use the stairs. Or if you want to be cool like me, you can use left bracket and right bracket. Oh, the other thing, you're going to want to pass time periodically while playing the game. And I see if I right click myself, I can click rest. That actually just passes one turn of time. An easier way to do that would be to just hit the space bar.
Yes.
And pro tip here for all you players, if you use the search key S to find hidden doors as a rest key, you'll actually burn up more hunger, I believe. So it's better to use the space bar. Uh-oh. Oh, it's a chaotic altar. I'm co-aligned. It's an altar to end her. Well, this is good news. It bodes well for the game.
It does. It bodes well for your character.
Yes, it does.
Lord knows I would be sacrificing like a crazy woman.
Alright, so now can we figure out how to use the mouse to save the game? I always hit Shift S.
I hit escape.
You hit escape to save the game.
Yeah. Hit your escape key?
No.
No. Okay, try your X. Just click on the X top of the screen.
Really? You can just close the window and it'll offer to save? Oh, I'm going to try it. Yep. Okay, cool. Save and quit. Boom.